Hey guys, welcome back to Wayne's Country Living Live. Um, how's everybody doing tonight? Let's see who we've got here. Suburban Hillbilly, Wee Tree, The Lonely Prepper, Farmer Meemaw, Brenda Collins, Old Way Steve, Tina, Freaky Geek 2. How's everybody doing? Can you see me okay? My monitor thing here isn't working for some reason, but that doesn't surprise me. Hey Tim. Wayne the Squirrel Killer, yeah. Not quite. I haven't been lucky so far this year. As a matter of fact, I was going to go squirrel hunting this morning, and then out of nowhere, my boss shows up with a deer that he had killed, and he says, "Hey, do you want this?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely, I want that." So I spent most of the day cleaning the deer, getting it packaged, getting it in the freezer. So it's been one heck of a day, I'll tell you that. Hey Ed Turner. Carolina Jasmine. How are you doing? Nana Grace. So how's everything going with everybody? Deer far better than squirrels. Yeah, I'd have to admit that deer is my absolute favorite wild game, but then squirrel's a close second because you cook squirrel right and it tastes just fine. Did you save those deer bones for broth? No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, the dog got a few of them. What does the shirt say? Well, here, let me show you. Let me get rid of this banner and I'll show you. This is actually something I just received in the mail today. It says Wayne's Country Living. And Bailey wants to show you her shirts that she got too. These were made for me by Giovanna Smith. These are her little shirts. She gets to Sport Daddy's YouTube channel. It says happiness can be measured with bunnies. What's that one say? That one says on the back, Homestead Life. And then it's got Wayne's Country Living. So these was made for me by Giovanna Smith at North Texas Tees. She has been gracious enough to help me out with some merchandise. Actually, I think it was one of two things. One, she wanted to help me out, obviously, but two, she was getting so sick of seeing that nasty red shirt I always wore in all my other videos. And the reason I wore that is because I didn't want to ruin a bunch of other clothes that I had, and it was really comfortable, especially when I was a lot fatter than I am now. So now I've got some shirts, and I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway here soon, so somebody else can enjoy the abundance of Wayne's Country Living merchandise. So I think that they can do pretty much any collar you want, Freaky. Yeah, you're a little puppy dog. Okay, go for it. I'm getting fatter every day. Actually, I think I've been losing. I haven't weighed myself at all this week, and the reason being is this is my off week. I didn't go completely crazy, but I did up my calorie intake a little bit. And starting today, actually, I'm going to start back to normal. I've read a lot of things, and I don't know if it's true, but I lost 25 pounds in a month, and everything that I've read said that you need to take a week off, kind of up your calorie count, it kind of jump starts your metabolism a little bit, and then start back with your diet a week later. So that's what I tried, and I don't think I gained any at all through this whole week. But like I said, I haven't weighed myself. I do know that most of my pants have, or most of my pants don't fit me anymore. I have some gym shorts that I've got that I can't, even with the tie, I can't wear them. They're too big. So I must be doing something right. Hey, Big Bear. That's your dog's brush and your dog bone. Okay, go play. So, how's everybody been doing this week? Like I said earlier today, well, this morning, my boss just shows up with a deer, says, "Hey, do you want this?" Now, he likes the thrill of the hunt. He also likes the racks. He takes the racks, but he doesn't like to eat them. And he's not going to kill them unless somebody can take them. And he knows that I told him last year, 2 years, I've been telling him, anything you kill, bring to me, I'll take it. And if I don't eat it, I'll find somebody that will, because I don't like it to go to waste either. So he said, deal. So he actually goes out and does the hunting part, brings them to me, and I clean them. I spent a few hours getting everything, cut up. Another few hours getting the silver skin off of the meat, which is a very tedious job. But I've got everything in the freezer, packaged up, and I'm good on red meat for a while. So I'm doing pretty good on that. So that's where that's most of my day went to that, which is fine. And it all happened so quick. I was actually going to make a video about it, and I don't know. I guess I spaced out or whatever, but I was really just wanting to get them done. I just wanted to get it done, get it in the freezer. This morning it was pretty chilly. It was in the 30s, which was great. Then once the sun come out, it got warm. Then I started to get nervous. When it gets warm, you're trying to clean a deer, and you're trying to do it right so you don't waste a lot of meat, but then you're still worried about the heat. So I kind of rushed a little bit. I actually saved the hide for Janol. I'm going to give that to him. And I spent a lot of time trying to get that off right so he uses it he makes leather, buckskin. So so I spent a lot of time on that. By the time I got that done, the sun was out and it was getting warm, and it was getting near the 70s. So I was really getting nervous. I really wanted to get it in the freezer. So I didn't take the camera with me outside to clean it, and so I was going to make a video. Hey, you go over there and play. Okay. Quit digging in the door. No, I don't. Let's see. Let me open this chat thing up a little wider. American Liberty Fighters, we are glad you like your shirts and caps, Wayne. Oh my gosh, I love them. I'm thrilled to death. I'm probably one of the easiest people to please, so I mean, you could have pretty much sent me anything, and I'd been like, oh man, look how awesome. So, yeah, I love them. These are great. And I wanted to show you guys this too. She also sent me these mugs. Wayne's Country Living, and it has the YouTube logo on the back. These things are great. All right, put them back up in the cabinet. And what was funny is I wasn't expecting them. I come home from work and there they sat on the front porch because what they were in wouldn't fit in the mailbox. And I thought, what is this? I don't remember ordering anything. I said, it has my name on it. Huh, this is weird. So I get it in the house and open it up and start pulling it out. And I was like, oh man, that's a mug. I said, these are awesome. And so for those of you who don't know, I do have a Facebook page, Wayne's Country Living. The link should be down below. Go check that out because I put a picture of them on there as well. I just started that Facebook page, so it's still growing. I'm still learning how to use it and all that stuff. So if you guys want to, go check that out. I'll have a lot more pictures throughout. You know, when I'm not making videos, I can post pictures really easy on that. So if you guys want to be caught up on, I'm gonna also post news, and I'll post all my videos on the Facebook page. But I'm also gonna post different things like upcoming events or whatever the case may be. Teresa Dean, John Lord. Change your clocks and change your 9-volt batteries in the smoke detectors. I've already done the 9-volt batteries in the smoke detectors. Actually mine are wired into the wall, and that's the way I like them. And then they have a battery backup, which I've already changed. I changed those yesterday while I was thinking about it. I also put in LED light bulbs all the way through the house. Where I didn't have, all right, darling, go on. Where I didn't have the LED light bulbs. So every light socket in my home has the LED light bulbs. What else did I do? Oh, I've been getting my old electric cook stove cleaned up to be able to sell it. On the side of it was really nasty with grease because I used to deep fry everything. So please tell me a good brand name for the LED light bulbs. Every one I have bought have not lasted more than a year. I don't know. The ones that I bought were the great value kind at Walmart for $2. I wanted the really better ones, but I couldn't afford it. And when I found these on sale at Walmart, I grabbed them. How's your rabbit operation going? It's not, to be honest with you. I can't get the buck to breed. I don't know. I mean, the doe is lifting. You're going to have to turn that off, darling. It's too loud. Turn your show back on. The doe is lifting, but he's just not. He'll sit there and do his thing for a couple seconds, and then he's done. He's like, whatever. So I don't know if I need to get a new buck or if or what, I don't know. So he might end up being supper, and I might end up having to get another buck. So doe put in buck's pen, not putting buck into her pen. Show him a lucky rabbit's foot for motivation. Yeah, I put her in his pen, but he's not. He's just not doing his thing. He's not. I thought it was her at first, but she lifts for him and all that. So I don't know. I think it's him. Hey, Catfish. So I was out there yesterday, and I have 2 roosters that need to be butchered out. So I'm debating on whether or not to even put that in a video. Um, People lose their minds over that stuff. I might end up doing it, but I haven't decided yet. Hoosier Hares and Homestead. He's a young buck. Um, this would be his first breed ever, and that's what I'm trying to think. That's what I'm thinking is his problem. I think he's too young, but I mean, he goes through all the motions. He just won't. He just won't breed her. So I've been giving him time. I don't know exactly how old he is. I can't remember. I actually got him from Janol, and but yeah, he's young, and I'm trying to. What I thought about doing was just taking the doe down to Janol's and having one of his males breed her, and then give him time to grow up. Teenagers, yeah, really. You would think, though, being a teenager, that's all he would want to do. Butcher those chickens in front of him and have a stern talk with him. Yep, ought to do that. Hello, mother of many horses. Hey, BC, where's Wayne? Who is that? Who is this skinny feller? Yeah, I'm skinnier. Skinny is quite a ways off. Maybe he finished like a teen boy too. Maybe, I don't know. Sammy, yeah, really, you would think him being a male, that is all he'd want to do, right? But I honestly think he's too young. I mean, he goes through all the motions, and then but it's just like he's okay. Well, this is instinct. This is what I'm supposed to do, and then he gets bored and just sits there. There's no fall offs. There's nothing like that. So I know, right, BC? This guy looks like someone Wayne could eat. BC, you're going to disown me, but I have not had any bacon since I began my diet. None. I really, really want some, but I haven't had any at all. And the main reason is I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to focus on losing my weight. Then once I get it lost, I can go into a a monotone, I guess, streamlined food thing where I can say, okay, I'll eat bacon this day, or whatever, and I'll eat pork this day, whatever. So pork is horrible for you. Yeah, so I've heard. But it is absolutely delicious. Pork is not bad for you. Well, it depends on where you buy the pork, how you eat the pork. Adults shouldn't be making decisions based solely on taste. I disagree. I disagree with that because there's a lot of foods out there that are good for you that taste like crap. What's the point in that? Just to simply stay alive? No. No. We deserve to eat the food that we want to eat, but we have to do it in the right way. Pork may be bad or whatever, but it tastes delicious. and there are good ways to eat it. As long as you don't eat it in excess, you're fine. But I am not going to eat cardboard just because it's good for me. If I'm going to eat, I want to eat real good tasting food. That's just the way I am. Moderation has to be part of that was my problem. I would not moderate my food. I would eat and eat and eat and eat, and then when I got sick, I would eat some more. I was obsessed with the taste of food. I love food. Good country cooking. That's what I love, and you eat too much of it and it's bad for you. But just because it is good for you doesn't mean that's all you can eat. It's like, I don't know. I'm going to go off on a rant here, but I'm not going to eat something that tastes like crap just because it happens to be good for you, or the health food people, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to eat food that I like to eat, but I'm going to do it in a smart way from now on, if that makes sense. Moderation is eating bacon and pork in every meal. Pork, the other white meat. Yeah, there's a lot of people that argue with you about that. That pork is actually red meat, but it looks white to me. I don't know. I was told that the reason cows have red meat is because they eat grass. The reason pigs have white meat is because they don't eat grass. But I've seen pigs eat grass, so I don't know. I don't know where that came from. You can eat what you want, just not all at once. Yeah, well, that was my problem. There was a question, and me and Jane went squirrel hunting a couple days ago, and there was a question in my comments, and I can't remember who asked it, but they said, serious question, is there any animal that you won't kill and eat? Believe it or not, squirrel here is a food source. But you go to bigger cities or out west, and squirrels are disease rodents. A lot of times they carry the plague in some places, or so I've been told. And so a lot of people think you're eating a squirrel. Them things have diseases. And here, when you get to the bigger cities, there's a lot more trash. There's a lot more people. There's a lot more ways for these squirrels to be eating stuff and getting sick. Here, the cases are very, very few of any kind of squirrels that are sick that you can't eat. But I won't eat possum because I know what they eat. I won't eat crow or vulture or hawk or anything like that. That I won't eat the things that eat rotting, stinking roadkill. That's just my personal opinion. Squirrels, deer, rabbit. I will eat a coon if I have to, but I'm not a big fan of it. Of course, fish. So, turkey, of course, wild turkey is excellent. Pigs have the exact same natural diet as a buzzard. It depends on where you get the pig. You get the pig from somebody who raises them right, and they have a completely different diet than a buzzard. So yeah, one of the reasons I love wild game, one is it tastes delicious. It's cleaner. It's better for you. It's you cannot get a cleaner meat than something that you kill, clean, and eat yourself. So another reason is it saves me money. Like this deer. It didn't even cost me an arrow. It didn't even cost me a shotgun shell. It didn't cost me anything. The only thing it cost me was time. And now I've got a freezer full of red meat that's going to last me for a long time. Especially because during the week I live alone. So I'm going to have plenty of deer. I might end up giving some of it away because I don't want any of it to go to waste. Natural. Their natural tendency is to eat whatever. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. The wild pigs, especially around here, they'll eat anything they can get their snout on. Um, I actually, it's been a couple years ago, there was a woman about killed by a wild hog. Um, he he trampled her, he knocked her down, trampled her, and then tried to start chewing on her leg because he was probably hungry. Somebody seen it and was somehow able to scare him away. But yeah, naturally, wild hogs, they want whatever they can get their snout on. But if you get domestic hogs, they're going to be fed most of the time. They're going to be fed right. They're going to be fed the way hogs should be fed. They're not going to be processed in some factory or anything like that. So we tried free-range chickens from a local-ish farmer and were hooked. Now we raise our own chickens and turkeys. I'm gonna get me some turkeys next year. I think. I don't, not so much to breed. I'm gonna get some young ones in the spring, and I'm gonna name one Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna name the other one Christmas. So that way I won't have to go out and hunt for them. What's funny is almost every evening I have a flock of turkeys out here in the field. The second turkey season comes in, they're gone. You don't see them. We have had good meat birds and lousy have to eat them young. I've yeah, I had to eat one young um, a couple months ago. Um, I didn't. I guess I didn't have to, but I did. He was. I don't know. I don't even know if it was a he, but if chickens had a runt, I think this one was it. He was getting forced away from the food bowl, or she, or I don't. He was too young to know, but the other hens, he was the very very bottom of the pecking order, and so he wasn't getting the right food. He wasn't getting the water. You could tell that he was getting picked on. Um, they were picking on him so much he was missing feathers, and anytime he got anywhere near another one, he wasn't fitting in. And so I knew what was going to happen. He was going to eventually end up dying, starving to death, or getting killed by one of the other chickens. So to avoid that, I just went ahead and butchered him out. And he was good. Me and Bailey ate him for supper that night. Um, He was just big enough for the both of us. So, and free range chickens you raise yourself taste so much better than anything you can get at the store. All I did was roast him. I seasoned him up, put him in the oven for a little bit. Fantastic. I let my meat birds free range and they taste so much better. Yeah, mine are in the run. I consider them free range only because, they're not cooped up in cages, but they are cooped up in the run. Main reason for that is I'm not home a lot during the day. I have a full-time job. I don't want anything, I don't want predators, people, I don't want them getting up on the road. But when I come home, a lot of times I'll walk out there and let them out of the evening, and they'll peck around in the field. And then when the sun goes down, they'll go back in the coop, and I'll walk out there and shut the door. So, and chicken, yeah, where is it? Chickens are pigs with feathers. I don't know much about that, but I do know chickens will eat anything they can get their beak on, just about. They will. They're bottom feeders too, because they'll eat whatever they can. Vegetables, meat, grass, whatever. They'll eat it. Squirrel will go good with the apple butter we're making tonight in a crock pot. Oh man, I really want me some good apple butter, and this is the perfect time of year for apple butter. Thanks, Tim. Now you've got my mouth watering. I fixed a chicken in the crock pot last night and am making bone broth tonight and over the next few days. I think one of the roosters that I butcher out is going to be dumplings. I'm going to put them in the pressure cooker and make some dumplings. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one yet. I'm just going to butcher him out, put him in the freezer, and then decide from there. I might cut him up and fry him, because there's nothing like good fried chicken. I like apple butter as long as it's made the old-fashioned way, not with hot candy. Yeah, that's the only way of eating apple butter, is when it's been sitting out for hours. And usually around here it's the old timers at several churches across the area. They'll put a great big old pot out on the parking lot, and you'll see them out there taking turns just stirring it. And that's all they do all day long, and then they'll just take turns, and when that's the apple butter that I love. See ya, Mother of Many Horses. Thanks for stopping by. People put Red Hots in for flavor, not so great health-wise. And to be honest with you, I've had it with Red Hots, and they are not. I don't see the appeal. The old-fashioned, just like they've done for centuries. That's what I like. Catch it, kill it, put it in a skillet, fry it till it's golden brown. Yeah, that is my philosophy for almost everything. So I haven't decided yet. I might go squirrel hunting in the morning. I've got Bailey, and she's not going to go with me. She's just way too impatient. She's your typical 7-year-old, and I just don't feel comfortable. There's a story that goes behind that. I don't know if I'll share or not, of why I don't like, if I just don't like it right now. And when she gets older, of course, I'm going to teach her all about that. But if I do, I'll take her out to my mom's and go hunting up at my mom's. she lives by my uncle, who's got acres and acres of land, and I can go up in there. And he has a cattle pasture right before his woods line hits, and then the woods just go way back there. So I can go back there and hunt. I just haven't decided if I'm going to do it tomorrow or not. I had a friend get a hold of me tonight saying that their gas logs were putting out a smell, and they wanted me to go check them out. But they're not propane; they're natural gas, which is not too different. There's certain differences about them, but they all are pretty much the same. So I'll probably go out there and check those out. When anybody tells me they're smelling gas, that's just not good. Are you from Ohio too? Yes, I'm from Southern Ohio. Old-fashioned apple butter takes hours to make. Yes, it does. And it's totally worth it. You can make it at home. You can get you an old turkey fryer, get the pot, and you can mix it all together, and then you can sit there and stir it for hours and hours and hours. And as much as I would do that, this time of year they haven't cropped up yet. To be honest, the apple harvest wasn't all that great this year, but I'm sure there'll still be some old timers at the churches. And I usually hit everyone that I see. I'll go and get a quart or a pint, just depending, just about from everyone that I see, because, apple butter is amazing. Wish we all loved the same stuff. We don't, but it's still good. Hello all. Hey Jay. I watched a video on making apple butter in a crock pot. I think it took 15 hours. Started with 3.5 pounds to end up with 3 pints. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what you're doing. You're seasoning it all up, getting all that in the pot, and then you're reducing it for hours. You're thickening it up. And Tony, the redneck prepper. Hank, I love your paper towel holder. Yep. I got it on a hanger. I split the plastic hanger in half and hung it up there on that makeshift curtain that I had. The reason I did that is anytime I come in, if my hands are a mess with doing something, either in the house or outside, I don't like grabbing a hold of the paper towel, the whole bundle itself, because whatever I've got ends up soaking through all the other ones. So I just hung that up so I could reach up and grab it and pull it. That's redneck ingenuity right there. It's like, I don't care how it looks, I just want it to work. And that works like a dream. Backyard farm, that's how I made mine. Yeah, I just took that hanger and snapped it in half and put the paper towel over it. I didn't realize that was in the camera. That's funny. Necessity is the mother of invention. Yes. And how hard is it? I could have went and bought a paper towel holder for like $1 at the dollar store. They're not that expensive. But I didn't want to. First of all, I didn't want to spend money. Second of all, I didn't want to leave. And third of all, I was in a hurry. I wanted that up there, so I just made. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't realize you guys could see that. Yeah, I guess you can. That's funny. You can also see this. This is one of the light bulbs that I put in. It's just a great value LED light bulb. I don't know how long it'll last. But I got it because it's suitable for damp conditions. It's a 60 watt equivalent. And that's what this light that you're seeing here is. My kitchen lights, I've got 4, 2 in this fixture, 2 in that one. And these things were a lot brighter than these. These are supposed to be 60 watt equivalent as well. They're 60 watt equivalent. They're max light. And these worked when I took them out, put them in with these, and these were so much brighter. So right now it's just an experiment. I'll see how they work, see how long they last. So far they're working great. I've got one outside too on a dust to dawn. I've got them in all my fixtures throughout the house. So yeah, I hate the fluorescent lights. Too dim to start out with. Takes time for them to get fully lit. Yeah, I went with these because of course they did away with the incandescents. Another reason is they do save power, and I didn't want to do it because I was a Planeteer or anything. I did it because I don't want to give any more money to my power company than what I absolutely have to. So we put these in. Then they started coming out with the LEDs, and I kept saying, man, I really want to get some, but they've been so expensive. I went to Sam's Club and almost bought some there, but they were just too expensive for me at the time. I see these at Walmart, a pack of 4 for $1.97. I ended up buying 8 boxes within a week. So 1 week I bought 4 boxes, the next week I bought 4 boxes. And I replaced every light bulb in my house with these right here. He just made a Captain Planet reference. Yes, I did. That was from Captain Planet. A Planeteer. But, you know, it does save power. That's great and all. It does save energy. That's great and all. More importantly to me, it saves on my wallet. And I will see how much better my electric bill will be getting next month's bill. So far, I've been able to cut it down, not as much as I want, but cut down quite a bit. And part of that is, like right now, these lights are on. As soon as this live stream's over, these lights are going out. And probably the only light that will be on is the one in the living room, one light and the TV for Bailey. All the other lights in the house will be out. I do laundry once a week because of the dryer. The dryer eventually will be replaced with a propane dryer. That will save me on electric. The water heater will eventually be replaced with a propane water heater. That will save me on electric. I'm hoping to be able to put a tankless water heater in. The one that I want is over $800. It's made from Rinnai. It is the best on the market in my opinion. They are world renowned for their appliances, whether it be ventless heaters, vented heaters, water heaters, whatever. Rinnai makes some excellent appliances. So if I can't get that, which $800 for one appliance, I can't afford that right now. But I am going to eventually replace it. So I'm going to have as many appliances as I can on propane. That'll drop my electric. Will it raise my propane bill? No, not for me anyway, because I get a company discount. But also, propane in this area anyway is cheaper than electric, even if you have to pay full price for it. I'm still using the old bulbs. Will be sad when I run out of my stash. Now, don't get me wrong. Those old incandescents were, they are my choice as well. There's nothing beats the light that comes off of them. But I had to do what I had to do. Suburban Hillbilly. I want to unplug everything in my house and only use the plugs when I need them. Hubby won't go for it. I don't do that. I probably should. You know, the cook stove stays plugged in, but the only thing the cook stove has is the clock. But it does drain energy. The computer stays in, the phone charges stay in. But eventually I'm going to have solar panels. When I do that, I'm going to run separate. Everywhere I have a receptacle from the grid, I'm going to put a receptacle for solar power. And why I'm going to do that is everything that I'll have will be plugged in, will be plugged into the solar panels. If for some reason the solar panels go out, I can just switch it over to the grid and be good to go. Is it a lot of work? Probably. Is it a lot of unnecessary work? Probably. Is it what I want to do? Yes. I don't know. I just think that would be great. Heaven help us. Wayne, have you ever thought of planning to make an outdoor heat transfer stove like J-Null Zero? Yeah, J-Null's got the heat exchanger, and it works great for him. The problem with that is where he can be on his homestead more than what I can be on mine. During the winter time, yeah, I could put wood in it in the morning, but I might not get home until 12 hours later, 13 hours later, and that fire's not going to last that long, not in a heat exchanger. Even in the big boiler systems where you heat the water from kind of off in the distance and it goes into your home, you usually have to fill those up twice a day. And depending on when you put it in, it's either every 12 hours or whatever. So, so I've thought about it. I would like to, but right now it's just not. It just doesn't make sense for my situation. And anyway, besides that, I get such a great deal on my propane. I can set my ventless heater when I leave, and I'm good to go. Wayne, we are in the planning stage for our solar power. Cannot wait to get it done. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about solar. And I'm not going to be able to afford to have somebody come in and do it for me. So I really need to brush up on my solar knowledge before I really get started. But I do, I could start getting the panels, getting the batteries and stuff like that. It's when you exchange it from DC to AC that kind of gets me, I'm just not, I'm a gas man. I'm not an electrician. So I don't fully understand it, but I'm going to learn about it as much as I can before I really get started. I find sunlight is far better to work or read by than house lights myself. Yeah, if I'm home during the day, like on the weekends, the curtains are open, the doors open, and the lights are off. The only time the lights are on is during the night. And sometimes not even then. Sometimes I'll sit down in the chair and turn the light off, and I'll just sit there and watch YouTube or whatever. Heather Russo, we are using it to augment our propane heat. Sorry, Wayne. That's beautiful, darling. You did a good job. I plan to sit in front of it all winter long. Yeah, I'm not a propane snob, but I use I use what is cheaper for me. And obviously, me working at a propane company, I get it fairly cheap. I get it very, very, very little above cost. And so I'm going to use that. I'd be crazy not to. Some areas, see, propane is not regulated like you would say gas pumps are. Um, yes, propane suppliers can get in trouble for price gouging, but they can pretty much charge whatever they want. I mean, it's not regulated like you would think. So I always tell people, find a local propane supplier that stays within their margin. If this is how much they pay for propane, this is how much they sell it for. So when wholesale goes up, their margin stays the same. When wholesale goes down, their margin stays the same. If you get people that they pay this much, they charge some customers this much, some customers this much, some customers this much, and they're just trying to extend their bottom line. They're just trying to get as much money as they can, and it's not right. Our margin at my company stays the same, regardless of what wholesale is. So as the price goes up, that's because wholesale went up. So find you guys, if you use propane, find somebody that prices their product fairly. If you find a company that has 1,000 different prices for all kinds of different situations, then you need to get away from that. Our company has prices for commercial accounts, but they have to use over 2,000 gallons a year. And it's a little bit cheaper. We also give discounts to veterans. We also give discounts to churches. And we also give discounts to people that own their own tanks. Wayne, what is the difference between propane and natural gas and butane? I don't know much about butane at all, to be honest with you, so I can't help you on that. Propane and natural gas are pretty much cousins. Propane is refined from petroleum. It is stored as a liquid, and natural gas can be, well, I guess propane can too, but natural gas is mainly pumped through natural gas facilities, and they are pumped from pumping stations into your homes. Propane is delivered by a truck. Natural gas and propane burn differently, so they have to have different regulators, different orifices for your appliances. If you ever notice, propane orifices are about the point of a needle, a lot smaller than that right there. Natural gas is a little bit bigger. So I've seen some natural gas orifices as big as a straw right there. We have so many natural gas wells here and are not allowed to use it. That is common in a lot of places. And the people that have natural gas wells around here, I've noticed that more and more every year are drying up. And one of the reasons is they've been tapped for so long. You know, most of the time the property is passed from generation to generation. And all those generations have used the natural gas well. And you know, by the time it gets to my generation, it's tapped out. And so they end up having to switch over to propane. If the power goes out, I still have no heat because the blower is electric. That's why I use ventless heaters. I use a ventless heater with no blower, and it does just fine. It's actually, well, it's not on right now, but it's set. When the house gets cold, it's going to kick on. And electric or no electric, it's going to work regardless. We have a set of propane logs for when the power is out. After tomorrow, we'll have the wood too. That's good. All right, darling. Okay, so it is 7:56. That means it is time to switch everything over. And we start plugging the Big Bear Homestead coming up next, so don't forget to go check him out. Also, go visit thehomesteadnetwork.com. Hush, darling. Don't forget to check thehomesteadnetwork.com. Put your email address in. That way you can get up-to-date notices of scheduled changes because things happen. I want to thank you guys for watching. These live streams are always fun for me. And they see you, darling. Okay. These live streams are always fun for me, and I always love interacting with you guys. If you have any questions for me or any topics that you want me to talk about on my live stream, put in the comments down below or email me. The email address is down below in the description. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page, Wayne's Country Living. The link is down below in the description for that as well. Don't forget to check out Big Bear Homestead coming up next. They are always a good show to watch. They always crack me up. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining, and thank you for all your support. Until next week, I'll talk to you next time.
Bye. Thank you for watching Wayne's Country.